What's the haps? This is your boy 3900. You feel me? And hold on. I got a few topics that I want to speak on. I, the last live stream I did, I was talking about Travis Hunter. Peace to that brother, and peace to his fiance. I wish them all the best. I hope that they have a long and illustrious marriage and have a bunch of kids and make a lot of money and he goes to the Hall of Fame, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But there's a few things, I've been perusing these YouTube streets and what have you, and a couple of things popped up, so felt the need to speak on it. And this kind of ties in to a previous live stream that I was listening to yesterday, and I had to sit back and think about it. I don't like to necessarily, well, now I don't necessarily when something strikes a nerve with me, I fire up a live stream and get the half cocked with the shit. A wise man once said, sometimes the best action is no action. You know what I'm saying? Let me get on my Umar Johnson. Sometimes the best action is no action. Third time let me say it. Sometimes the best action is no action. What up, Ant? What's happening? Yeah, I'm Bizak. I'm Bizak, man. On my 1-2. But yeah, man, sometimes the best action is no action. So, I have to take some time out, think about and reflect before I run off and say something half cocked. Yeah, the first order of business, and I've been meaning to address this brother on this topic, on this particular talking point for a minute. And that is none other than the world renowned, at least world renowned on here on these YouTube streets, but his talking points and a lot of things that he done brought to the conversation is salute to you, brother. A lot of things he done brought to the conversation is definitely worldwide, and that is none other than Sergeant Willie Pete. Yes, SWP, SSWUUP. Yeah, and he said something pertaining to whom he feels should pair off, and his talking point is basically childless men for childless women. Uh, Men who have children should pair off with women who have children. On face value, alright, if that's how you wanna, that's your opinion. Anyway, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of what he said, and then I'll get into what I really want to say about it. Anyway, fair use.
See me over here checking the fuck out of fathers. I'm like, nah, nigga, like you gotta sit down. You know what I mean? And that shit might get the blows. No, it.
Now, before we go any further, uh, let's just be clear. You introduced violence into, or the potentiality of violence into this scenario. Hold on, 'cause this shit is slapping. Let me see if I can turn this down. This is how I have to interface. Let me see if this works. Does this work? 'Cause this is how I have to interface. Let me go ahead and just turn everything down. Hold on, you know what? Let me just, yeah, let's go here with it. Cause that background noise is a doozy. It's kind of irritating. I do want to turn the music off, but I kind of like it. But anyway, you sir, you introduce violence into this equation. And to that I say, and this is me speaking as a man with a child, and the stance that I take is that I disagree. So with that said, brother, We can do it whenever, however you want to. You know, I get it. You're a tough guy. I get that. But you can't just go around here throwing your weight around and bullying motherfuckers and saying, you can't, you as a man with a child, you can't date a childless woman. And if you don't like it, shit can get violent. Listen, don't threaten me with a good time. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, who want to use violence as a deterrent to whatever opinion I may have. Don't threaten me with a good time. If you disagree, let us disagree. Now understand we're men and certain things can come to blows. I get that. Now with that said, now that's not a threat. I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying you gotta kind of watch what you say to certain people and how you say it. Now you weren't talking to me in particular when you said that. But anyway, let me address your point. Now that we got that out the way, hold on. Before we do that, let me go forward with the with your some of your talking points. Fair use.
They get the blows. All that shit. You see me over here checking the fuck out of fathers. I'm like, nah, nigga, like you gotta sit down. You know what I mean? And that shit might get the blows. It might get the blows. Just like when Cap, was on the train in New York and there was a guy, I don't know if he was with him, like they were doing like contract work, and the guy, he had he had I forget what he had. He had like I think he had 6 kids total because one of the women that he got with, she ended up having either twins or triplets on his ass. So he ended up with, and the thing is, he was trying to talk to some chick on the train, and she was like, "Well, do you have any kids?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got kids." And she was like, "How many do you have?" He said 6, and she was like, "Oh, no, thank you. I think you have enough on your plate." And
Now hold on. Let me stop you right there. Now six is ridiculous. I do agree with you on your sentiment when you're dealing with a man who has multiple kids by multiple baby mamas. Like if you're 5, 6 kids in with 3 baby mamas, bro, you need to stop. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Like 5 or 6 kids, because everything is not black and white. You get what I'm saying? That's why I disagree with your sentiment. You're taking a very binary stance on this particular topic. It's not black and white. You get what I mean? Now me, I'm not gonna be binary and think of it and disqualify a woman who does have a child. I'm not. I'm not totally gonna disqualify her. Now, a woman who does have a child, she's gonna have a lot of demarks. She's gonna have a lot of marks on her. Now, people could say, well, on the flip side, 3,900, you got a child. Uh, that's a demarcation on you, bro. That's apples and oranges, man. What makes a woman desirable isn't the same thing that makes a man desirable. And conversely, what makes a woman undesirable is not the same thing that makes a man undesirable. But I do agree with you to the extent when you're talking about a man who has multiple kids by multiple baby mamas. Then I'm gonna say, yeah, bruh, you're doing too much. Now you're out here on your future shit, on your Nick Cannon shit, trying to build a harem. You get what I'm saying? Now, as far as like the brothers who have one, maybe 2 kids, about one, maybe two baby mamas is pushing it, bruh. 2 baby mamas is crazy. 1 baby mama is crazy. Let's start there. Let me just be honest with you. 1 baby mama is enough. That is more than enough. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you. But definitely when you get up into the 2, 3, 4 baby mamas, 5, 6, 7 kids, yeah, buddy, you need to go ahead and make it work with one of them. You need to get one of your baby mamas and sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But my stance on that is this, and I get it. You're gonna try to push a hard line because you and I both know if you give a nigga an inch, a nigga gonna take a nigga mile. You know what I'm saying? For real. You give a nigga an inch, he gonna take a nigga mile, man. For real. So you gotta drive a hard line, and I get that, and I understand. I don't necessarily agree with you, but I understand. But here's my thing. Here's my stance on the whole, um, on your whole mode of thought as far as this particular topic is concerned. You get what you can bargain for. You get what I'm saying? You get what you can bargain for. So if, let's say, a baby mama 6 can bargain, hold on, let me paint the entire picture. Let's say it's a 35-year-old baby mama 6. If she can bargain for a 22-year-old male with no, and a 22-year-old childless male, and she can get him to commit to her, hey, you know, she got what she pushed a hard bargain and she got what she can bargain for. You get what I'm saying? Free market principles. Speaking on me, now I'm gonna personalize this. Me as a late 30s, early 40s millennial, me with one child, right? If I can bargain for, let's say, a 27-year-old childless female, or a 25-year-old, or a 23-year-old, etc., or a 32-year-old childless female, if I can bargain for that, bro, I get what I can bargain for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to steal a childless woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to steal a mate. I'm not trying to deceive her. And if she asks, if we go out on a date, if she asks, yes, I do have a shorty, I'm gonna pull out my phone and get to showing pictures. As soon as you bring my daughter up, nigga, I'm showing pictures. I'm showing pictures of us. I'm showing pictures of my daughter winning her, winning her first place at her spelling bee and shit. I'm showing her report card. You see a report card? You see all them A's right there? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of father. I don't care if you could be a super bad, you could be a certified 10, and you could be digging me, but your only thing is you don't want a man with even a child. You bring it to me, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I got a shorty. If that's a deal breaker, shorty, hey, like Erica Badu said, I guess I see you next lifetime. We'll be butterflies. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, set la vie, shorty. I get it. I get it. That's your that's uh that's the parameters that you set. Hey, I'm not gonna pull the wool over your eyes. You feel me? Cause I don't wanna, get you enraptured with, with my how you say, my savoir faire, if you will, and then I drop it on you, a year or so into our relationship, and I be like, oh yeah, by the way, I got a child, and now shorty in love with me and shit. She really don't like the fact that she feel like I deceived her, but she in love with me. So then we end up getting married, but the whole time she has a little bit of resentment towards me because she feel like I deceived her, which I would have deceived her if I would have pulled that. So I'm gonna keep it real with him from the giddy up. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I agree and I disagree with your point. Again, let's recap. As far as, hold on, let me get this. This is, there we go. That's too. You know what? Hold up, the music coming back. Yeah, we gotta go back to this. We gotta go back to this 'cause that, yeah, yeah. I agree with you to the extent that if men do have too many children, yeah, you gotta sit down. Like Buddy on the train with the 6 shorties, he was bugging. He was bugging. You know what I'm saying? He was bugging. But yeah, let's go move on to the next topic, man. And that is this whole, how you say, how can I put this? This whole Fat Joe dust up, you know? And oh shoot, I see you just posted a video on your community tab. Yeah, Fat Joe, this guy. And shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson because I made a comment on one of his videos when he spoke on this topic, and I told him I was gonna make a live stream about it because Fat Joe during his soliloquy, if you will, hold on real quick, fair use. I was born and raised. Hold up, let me cue that up. But during his little soliloquy, he threw out Guyanese. He said something. He said Jamaican, Guyanese. He made sure that he threw that shit out there. He threw out Guyanese, and that is where he stepped in it. That right there is where Joey Crack had me fucked up at, because full disclosure, my father is Guyanese, and I said that. Hold on, I said that in O'Shea's live stream, right? Well, how come I can't turn this shit down, bruh? Turn all the music down, bruh. Turn the music down. It's kind of messing with me a little bit, gang. Alright, whatever. But, my father's the second of seven. All, you know, him and all of his siblings are from Guyana, the land of many waters. Do your homework. And my mother is from the Delta. She is from the Delta, the Mississippi Delta region. And she is the third of 15. So, do with that information what you will. But anyway, my father married two foundational black women and procreated with two foundational black women. Shout out to my older brother and his mother, and shout out to my younger bro, you know. And my father is a country music fan. He is. My father's a big country music fan. I remember, just I'm digressing, but after my parents split, right, when I was 12, my mother, she let my father keep the house that we grew up in the old neighborhood on the east side of Kansas City. So she let him keep the house, and she moved us out. But we would come and stay the weekend with our father, you know, every other weekend or whatever the case was. And you know, we'd be riding around, or you know, he'll take us to Gates, you know, get some barbecue or something, or you know, we'd just hop in the car with him to go somewhere or whatever. And he will always have it on Q104.4, the country music station. You know what I'm saying? And me and my bro, as soon as we hop in the car, like, man, can we listen to 103, Hot 103 Jams? And don't forget to slam that Z. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm to the point, you know, you can check my playlist. I don't have any country music in my playlist. But if I hear it, you know, it's not like nails on a chalkboard to me because I've heard it so much growing up. You know what I'm saying? You know, my father listened to it. You get what I'm saying? God rest his soul. But my father really had an affinity for American culture, and not only American culture, but Black American culture, nonetheless. He never once made any disparaging comment about Black Americans. Now he made some observations. Now my father put me up on game years ago. I'm talking about when I was in my early to mid 20s. He told me about the family structure of black Americans and how it was matriarchal. And he used that exact term, matriarchy. And he juxtaposed that to the culture in which he came from, which is a patriarchy. Rest in peace to my grandfather. But and he didn't say it in a demeaning way. He said it in a real how you say critical thinking type of way, I guess you could say. He was just breaking it down to me. So, I had been knowing about matriarchy and patriarchy since before I even knew what a manosphere was. You get what I'm saying? Because my father was putting me up on game about it. You know what I'm saying? And but he never like he never was one of those stereotypical Caribbeans who looked down his nose at black Americans. He wanted to amalgamate himself into black America. He wanted to come in and get absorbed into American culture and also get absorbed into black American culture as well. Quick story. Back in '07, right? Was it '07? Might have been '08. Matter of fact, it was '08 because in '08, that's when I lost my first house in the market crash. Bought my first house in '06. Unbeknownst to me, you know, the housing market crisis was right around the corner. So '08 came, shit hit the fan, and you know, there you have it. But I was so upset with the state of the economy and how things were going and just how life in general was going. I was gonna move down to Guyana. I was gonna file for citizenship by way of descent. I called the embassy in New York and I called the embassy in DC. And when I my house got foreclosed on, I moved in with my father. Changed my mailing address to his address. And he seen it, it came in a the the citizenship by way of descent packet came in a big ass uh, manila envelope, and it had a whole bunch of documents, and it was just basically telling you about the history of Guyana, and all of the red tape and all the paperwork. Prove who you're descended from, and yada yada yada. And he seen it, and I'll never forget this day. Right, I was at work, and I came home, and as soon as I hit the door, my father liked to cook, and I get that from him. I'm a good cook too. I get that from him. But as soon as I hit the door, he had my favorite dish cooking: duck curry, chicken curry. I forgot which one it was, but I knew it was some type of curry, right? And by the way, to you Jamaicans, it is chicken curry. It's not curry chicken. It's chicken curry because the chicken is the star of the dish, not the curry. The curry is the backup singers. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's a Caribbean joke. Anyway, I hit the door. I'm like, oh shoot, Pop's cooking some chicken curry or something. Okay. So he's like, come here, come here. I'm not. He's like, come here, Ben. I'm like, what's up? He's like, you got this envelope in the mail. I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, get you something to eat, man. Come have a seat in the living room. Let's sit down and talk. So I give me a bowl, right? We're eating, we're talking, and he's telling me about the old country. And he's like, look, Ben, you don't want to move down there. But I'm like, Pops, man, this place, man, fuck this place. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fuck me over on my house and all this. He's like, I get that, but listen, it's a different type of experience down there. He was saying, man, you haven't experienced hunger until you went down there. He said, listen, I had a group of friends. Now, this is what he was telling me. He said, I had a group of friends when I was a kid, 6 friends, right? And we called ourselves the Secret Seven. I'm giving y'all exclusive. This is exclusive, really is. He was like, man, we called ourselves the Secret Seven, and he said I was like 9 years old, and we went down to the river, and we went to the shallow end of the river, and we got some machetes, and we got some sticks, and we made them into spears. I said, what y'all do that for? He said, man, we was looking for a manatee to come to the shallow end of the river, and we was gonna, you know what I'm saying? we was gonna make supper out of him. Long story short, short story long. A poor little manatee found his way into the clutches of the Secret Seven. Needless to say, he got butchered and divvied up. You know what I'm saying? And seven, 8, 9, 10 year olds was walking home with baskets full of manatee meat. You get what I'm saying? Now, us here in the United States, I've never experienced that. I went hunting with my father plenty of times, deer hunting, but I've never got up with the guys as an 8 year old or 9 year old and went out and like, damn, we ain't got no food at the house. We gotta bring back some meat type shit. You get what I'm saying? So my father, he was, really trying to scare me and trying to deter me from moving down there. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to stay here. He had worked hard to get here. You know what I mean? He felt like it was kind of regressing if I went down there. You get what I'm saying? So, my father had the utmost respect for FBA and FBA culture. You know what I mean? So when I hear FBAs say disparaging things about Caribbeans and in particular Guyanese, I can't speak for Jamaicans, Grenadians, St. Lucians, Haitians. I can't speak for them. I can only speak for Guyanese. And to be honest with you, I can't speak for every Guyanese. I can only speak for my father. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of rubs me the wrong way when I hear FBA say disparaging things about Caribbeans because I know what type of father I know what type of man my father was. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, and I can't deny your experience if you had a bad experience with a Jamaican, a Haitian, a Guyanese, a St. Lucian, um, whatever. Insert whatever Caribbean island you want to. I can't deny your experience. That was your experience. You get what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is, you know, when y'all say that, not all of them. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? And smart ones know that when you say, you know, these Caribbeans are dot dot dot, that it's not absolute. You get what I'm saying? That's my disclaimer. That's my disclaimer. Now, you ask me what how I identify, I'm gonna tell you I'm half FBA, I'm half Caribbean. I don't think, well, that's playing both sides. You can't play both sides. You gotta pick a side. Nigga, you can't tell me to deny half of my genetic makeup and half of my ancestry. I get it. Listen, I'm rocking with the FBAs. I get it. I'm also rocking with the Guyanese. You know what I'm saying? In particular, Caribbeans by proxy, but to be specific, Guyanese. I'm rocking with both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this, because this is really what I want to, I really wanted to make this point. I wanted to get on, do this live stream last night, but, things didn't work out. Do your homework on King Kufi. King Kufi. Yes. He was the Nat Turner of Guyana. He really was. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up on Wikipedia and we're gonna go over it. Yep, King Kufi. King Kufi. You can't just call him Kufi. He's King Kufi. Hold up, bear with me now. They put the J on the end like Django. That's stupid. Oh, excuse me. Kufi, also known as Kufi Badu. Okay. Also spelled. I'm not even gonna go through all that. Man, you know what? I'm not even going. This is what they say. Was an Akan man who was captured in his native West Africa and stolen for slavery to work on a particular, excuse me, on the plantations of the Dutch colony of Berbice in present-day Guyana. Let me just say this: the nigga wasn't African. Let me just say that right now. That right there is propaganda. The nigga wasn't African. He was from the Omex. He was from that stock. You know what I'm saying? All them Negroes in South America, Central America, and by proxy the Caribbean, all come from that stock of Omex. The vast majority of them. And I'm talking about upwards of 90%. 90% and up. All right, here we go. In 1763, he led a major slave revolt of more than 3,800 slaves against the colonial regime. Today, he is a national hero in Guyana. The Berbice Rebellion. You know what? I'm not gonna. You know, should I do this? You know, I'm gonna stick to the point. This will give you a brief synopsis of King Kufi. Well, yeah, same shit. Basically, what I'm saying is same stuff. FBA's was fighting back in the day into this present day. It's the same shit that our brothers and sisters down in South America were fighting. As a matter of fact, I have a book. Let me see. Go on my bookshelf real quick. Here we go. Pardon me, excuse me. And I advise you brothers to get this book. It's called Disposable People: New Slavery in the Global Economy by Kevin Bales. Can't miss it. I've had this book for damn near 20 years now. On the cover is a Brazilian brother getting shot. He's actually getting shot by a guard in the gold mines down in Brazil. So yeah, check that out. Matter of fact, I still got an old bookmark in here. It's an old receipt from Barnes and Nobles, 2012. Yeah, but yeah, man, and they still fighting it today. Basically, I could go over, this. Where's it at? Where's the Brazil? They got it in India, Pakistan. Oh yeah, also in this book, they have a Black Panther Party in Pakistan. It's crazy. Oh, where's it at? It got a picture of. Where's it at? Shit is crazy. There it is. All right. All right. During the brick workers' revolution of 1988 in Pakistan, a trade unionist puts up a poster calling on bonded workers to leave. Now, where's the one when they had the, dark skinned Indian brother who was fist up, fight the power, all that good shit. Where's the one where they had the Black Panther? It was like a Black Panther party in India or something. Or they were imitating, or they were drawing inspiration. Alright, whatever. I can't find it. Maybe I saw it somewhere else. Anyway, disposable people. New slavery in the global economy. Revised edition with a new preface by Kevin Bales. Look that up. Interesting read. And it really tells you how our global economy is really tied to modern day slavery, basically. Cobalt mines in Africa to the gold mines in South America to the opium fields in Pakistan and Asia, you name it. And the beat goes on, da dum da da. But what I'm saying is that as far and this right here, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna have to say. That there has been a cultural exchange between um, FBA. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'll just say FBA. FBA. You know what? No, no, scratch that, scratch that. I'm gonna say North American. There has been a cultural exchange between the Negroes of North America, Central America, and South. I'm gonna say it like my daddy used to say it, South America, and the subsequent islands thereof. There has been. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as, hold on, let me, because put it like this, and if you're from, let's say, the Delta, more notably, let's say the coastal region of the Delta, down by, New Orleans, the Gulfport, you know, southern Mississippi coastline and all that other stuff, you can tell by language, or by dialect, I should say, that you could see that there was a cultural exchange. Because I remember I met this gal, and she was from Louisiana. She was from South Louisiana, matter of fact. But her dialect, she sounded like she was from the Caribbean. And I asked her, I said, "Are you from the Caribbean?" And she was like, "No, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from dot dot." She said somewhere in South Louisiana. You know, I'm like, hmm. And you can even tell by the dialect of people who live in New Orleans. Some of the way that they talk is kind of similar. Like there's in their language, in their dialect, there's some there with the Caribbean dialect. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, take for instance, the way Dominicans and Puerto Ricans speak Spanish is different from the way Mexicans speak Spanish. And the way Mexicans speak Spanish is different from the way that Spaniards in Spain speak Spanish. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I can, if you've ever heard it, but Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, they speak Spanish with more of a Caribbean dialect. If you've ever like paid attention to their dialect and whatnot, And Mexicans, they got more of a proper. There was this one Puerto Rican chick I used to work with, and she really pointed it out to me, and she put it in a simple term. So I'm gonna put it in a simple term. She said, and she was Puerto Rican, right? She said the way the Puerto Ricans speak Spanish, it's kind of country. You get what I'm saying? And the way Mexicans speak Spanish is proper, kind of like the way somebody from the Delta would speak English, a black person from the Delta would speak English, as opposed to somebody, a black person in California or a black person in New York would speak English. They both speaking the same language, but the way that their dialects are, you get what I'm saying? It kind of tells you what region they're from and the influences that they have. You get what I mean? So, but anyway, I got kind of sidetracked. Now, what Fat Joe said was indeed inflammatory, and it was grossly exaggerated. You get what I'm saying? Am I going to deny the contributions of Puerto Ricans to hip hop? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna deny it. You can't. I can't deny it. You know. Shout out to Big Pun. Big Pun, man, was what he say? Um, Shot in the middle of Little Italy, diddly, man, come on. Big Pun was one of them ones, man. He really was. I gotta give it to him. And shout out to Noriega as well, the rapper. Not, you know, but yeah, shout out to Capone and Noriega, CNN, man. The CNN report, classic, classic. And I believe Noriega is like half black, half Puerto Rican. He calls himself a nigger Rican, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so I mean, they was there. They was there with us back in the '80s, spinning on cardboard boxes and all the other shit, and you know, doing they b-boy stances with us and shit, and tagging up walls. But it's like, nah, bro, we can't just let you take the whole thing. You get what I'm saying? Can't let you do that. Now, as far as the Jamaicans are concerned, now I wrote a paper on this in English 102, I believe. I believe it was it explaining the concept? Any of it, I chose hip hop. I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop head. I really am. So I did my digging, right? Came across this YouTube video about DJ Kool Herc. Shout out to him. He is, in fact, Jamaican. Now, in this paper, you know what? I'm not even gonna get too. I'm not even gonna go that route. I'm just say it like this. Um, I'm gonna break it down like this. What makes a hip hop song, obviously, it are the beat. Excuse me, is the beat and the lyric. You get what I'm saying? And the lyrics. You need an MC to spit the lyrics, and you need a producer and or a DJ to make the beats, right? To make the beat, and you know, then the MC raps over the beat, right? Now, if you do your homework about rapping, rapping just isn't how you say. It just isn't rhyming on beat over a beat. Sometimes just talking shit before the song or talking shit at the end of the song, that's rapping. Or you know, what's those old R&B songs when the beat breaks and they'll say, "Hey, look, you know, I forgot the name of that song. You know, woman to woman, woman to woman." And she like, "I just want to call you woman to woman." That's rapping. You know what I'm saying? Or when, you know, shout out to Diddy, when he get on the song and he get talking his shit at the end of the song, that's rapping. That's rapping. Or with 50 Cent, 50 Cent and Birdman are two of the best pre-song and post-song shit talkers of all time. Straight up. straight up, in my opinion. But I mean, when it come to post song shit talking, put Birdman a 50 on that mug. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So and that goes back to like rapping goes back to like shit. I ain't gonna go back and talk about the Inuits and how they used to have rap battles and all the other shit. I'm not even gonna take you back to pre-Columbus type shit. You know what I'm saying? But just going back to, I'm gonna keep it early 1900s and whatnot. You know, with the rhythm and blues and the rock and roll type. Niggas was rapping back then. Rapping is a verb. You get what I'm saying? Rapping is to do. You get what I'm saying? Now, where to my understanding, to my knowledge, through the research that I've done, and you can look up, I believe this um, documentary is still online. It's still here on YouTube, where they broke down DJ Kool Herc's influence. To my understanding, break beats came from Jamaica, and the reggae scene or the dance hall scene. So DJ Kool Herc introduced allegedly break beats to New York. Foundationals brought rapping. They started rapping over break beats. What they called it in Jamaica, they called it chatting. So you would have a break beat and they would chat over the break beat. You get what I'm saying? But that's dance hall. That's not hip hop. Hip hop is North American. So in essence, it's FBA. You get what I'm saying? So don't get my words misconstrued. I'm not trying to take away from. I'm not trying to me saying this by me saying that. I'm not trying to give 50% or 50. I'm not trying to give 51 or even 50% of credit to hip hop to Jamaicans. No, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. Because really, in essence, what happened was DJ Kool Herc came and he wasn't on no hip hop shit. He was on some dance hall shit. He was a DJ trying to throw dance hall parties. And some, ingenious foundational black brother was like, "Hey, how you make them break beats again? Or you get the turntables and you okay, and then you get a record and then you loop an instrumental and then you do that. Okay, all right, yeah." And then they took that information, and went back to they Project Tenement and made their own break beats. You get what I'm saying? That's what. But anyway, I don't know if I should do this. You know what? I'm not even gonna, cause I was gonna react to O'Shea Duke Jackson's video, but I don't think I need to be honest with you, cause I touched on everything that I need to touch on as far as that topic is concerned. But yeah, man, if you look at the history, the greater point that I'm trying to make, if you really do a deep dive in the history of the cultural exchange between Negroes of North, Central, and South America and the Caribbeans. Man, look, man, we is brothers and sisters for real. Now them niggas across the ocean in Africa, they is like second cousins twice removed, in my opinion. That's just how I see it. But that's another story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, um, I enjoy, and it does my heart good to see FBAs making a delineation between us and them. I really do enjoy that because for too long, we've had a lot of skin folk come amongst us, and how you say, play the brother, oh we's brothers because we skin folk. And then as soon as they get what they want, as soon as they, feel as if they got a leg up, you know, or as soon as they get their numbers up, they get the thumb in their nose at us. Oh yeah, that reminds me of this. Now that I'm on it, now I thought about it. Uh, the brother Jason Black, shout out to him, cause he spoke on this same topic. He had a brother from Chicago named, I believe brother go by the name of Digger Dan, and he was talking about how, when the uprisings jumped off several years back, how you had some Latino folk trying to jump on black folks. They used that as a pretext to jump on black folks, and then they did it under the guise of, "Oh, we just protecting our community." And I seen it. I seen it on what was that? I want to say it might have been TikTok. I seen it either on TikTok or YouTube where they, brothers started sounding the alarm saying, "Hey man, these motherfucking Latinos out here jumping on folks, and we about to do something about it." You know what I'm saying? And then when the bros came through and put the smack down on them, they was like, "Oh no, we was just protecting us." No, no, you wasn't. You wanted to use this as a time to purge, essentially. And and the brother Digger Dan said something. He was like, "Man, yeah, they'll play that, oh we brothers type shit. That I fuck with the Ricans. I fuck with the Puerto Ricans. Hell, I can fuck with the Dominicans. I can fuck with the Mexicans. But what I don't fuck with is when you feel that you got the ups on me, then you gonna show me your ass. Then you gonna give me your ass to kiss. You get what I'm saying? And there's one thing that I learned. He's absolutely right. Once these Mexicans, Latinos, Dominicans, whatever, when they know they outnumbered and they outgunned, oh, they the politest folk you'd ever want to meet. I'm down here in the Delta right now, and I'm in a small town, and as long as I've been alive, this town has just been black and white. That's it. When I moved down here a year ago, I'm looking around, I'm looking at Mexicans, I'm like, man, what the Mexicans? Where these Mexicans come from? The demographics in this town has only been black and white for as long as I've known it, but now it's brown, a little brown in here too. And man, let me tell you this: these Mexicans down here, they are woefully outnumbered. And let me tell you, they are the politest you'd ever want to see. Now you juxtapose that to East LA, and I've been to East LA. I've actually uh, put my motherfucking Timberlands on the concrete and walked through that mud, and I'll never forget. I had a load at Rancheros. I forgot the name. It was Rancheros something, but it's in East LA, right? And it's like a meat processing place or a meat packaging place, something like that. And I got there late, right? So they was like, "We can't take you. We're gonna have to take you in the morning." So I'm like, "Damn." And the good thing I like about LA, as far as truck drivers are concerned, you can park anywhere. Police ain't going, for the most part, the police ain't, they don't got a lot of truck stops unless you go down into Long Beach. They got a couple truck stops down in Long Beach. But, if you find you a good little, avenue, 2, 3 lane avenue and shit, you can go ahead and find you a nice little curb to park your load on, you can do that. You get what I'm saying? The police ain't gonna come through and tell you to move it or cite you or anything like that. So I went ahead, man, parked, man, about a half a block away from the from the from my drop, right? And it's the evening, the sun's still out, right? So I'm like, man, I'm about to hop out on feet, man, and walk around, man, go up to this little gas station, man, give me some whams and some zooms, you hear me? They told me they can't take me until like 10 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm walking, right, and I'll never forget this shit. And I ran into this old black man, and he was homeless. This old black man, I'll never forget this shit. And when I seen him, I had five in cash on me, and I was gonna give him the five. And I was like, here you go, brother. And he was like, nah, you keep your money, you gonna need it. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, man, them dudes across the track, they not too nice, you know. And that was his words. And I felt it. And I looked across the track. I looked because he pointed in that direction. I looked across the track. He didn't point and make it obvious, but he kind of made a hand gesture when he said it, like them folks across the track, man, they not too nice. And I looked across the track, and I'm like, all them guys on the other side of the track, I get it. So I bail off a bin. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put my TP up when I get back to the rig, man, 'cause the sun go down. These, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in LA, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go to the little 7-Eleven there. First, I kind of sightsee a little bit, snap a few flicks, snap a few pics, and I get back to my load, right? Pitch my tent, that's what I call pitching my tent, my TP. I draw the curtains so can't nobody look in. Take the seat belt, wrap it through the door handle, lock it. So I mean, if you want to on both of the doors, so if you want to break in this mug, then I take the horn, the string to the air horn, roll it up in the window. So if you manage to open the door, the horn is gonna go off. And on top of that, you're not just coming in because I got the seat belt wrapped on the thing. So basically, you're gonna have to break the window to come in. And if you do that, bruh, the shit gonna get slippery. You get what I'm saying? Basically, moral of the story: you break into my window and you come through my window of my rig. It's gonna get wet and wild around that mug. You feel me? So the next morning come right, and it's like 7 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I need me something to eat. So it's a McDonald's West. So I get out on the main Ave and I'm on foot with it, headed west. I'm walking. Man, tell me, and this is a predominantly Mexican neighborhood. Like everybody here is Mexican, right? I'm walking, and those movies when an out of towner is in like a small town, and everybody in the town is like riding past you, staring at you, and making it obvious that they staring at you. Like they want you to know that like you're the center of attention. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking, bruh. Man, I'm talking about soccer moms. Everybody's doing this. I mean, like hitting me up, like assaulting me with their eyes, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget this shit. It was a older dude, older Mexican. He had to been in his 50s, driving a garbage truck, a trash truck. He ride past me, and he looking down. I'm on foot. He looking down at me out the trash truck like, nigga, you in Mayate? You was in the wrong barrio, Mayate. And I'm looking up, and I'm like, damn, all of y'all is on this shit? All of y'all on this. All of y'all on this timing with me right now. Okay. Alright. Too easy. So I get to the McDonald's, man, give me a sausage, egg and cheese McMuffin. couple breakfast burritos, and I just get back to my load and just post up until it's time for me to drop my shit off. You feel me? No harm, no foul. I got out there, no, no blood lost, no love lost. That's what I always say. You know, do all that little bullshit. As long as you don't scratch me, you feel me? No blood lost, no love lost. You feel me? But ain't no love was gained though. I will say that, East LA. Even though it's no love lost, no love was gained. You feel me? But yeah, I know that firsthand. It's merch. What Digga Dan said, hey, when they outnumbered and they outgunned, oh, they nice. They too nice. They sweet. They sweeter than mangoes. You hear me? But as soon as they get their numbers up, oh, nigga, they gonna give you their ass to kiss. So I do agree that it is imperative that FBAs regulate and make make sure motherfuckers know what time it is. You get what I'm saying? Cause they'll forget what time it is. You have to remind them like, hey, tap your wrist, tap the watch on your wrist, and hey, and show it to them. Like, hey, you see what time it is? Okay, as long as you know what time it is, as long as we both know what time it is, all right. Because they'll show try to catch you off guard with that one. So yeah, shout out to my homie. We was talking tonight, just shooting shit on some bullshit, talking about the video game. And it's another guy that we played a video game with, and I was like, yeah, man, and the guy that we played a video game with, he wasn't that good, but he's improving, right? And I told the homie, I said, man, yeah, such and such will catch you off guard if you're not careful. And my homie was like, man, every time I see Buddy, I'm in my fighting stance. Not literally, but you get the point. Like, yeah, every time I see him, I got my dukes up. I'm in my fighting stance. So yeah, man. Just because FBAs, just because we got our dukes up, don't mean we gonna hit you. It just mean, hey, you not catching us unawares. You feel me? But yeah, let me see. Is that all I want to talk about? Let me see. That might be it, y'all. I might have to shut this down here in a minute. Hold on, let me. It was something else on TikTok I wanted to go over. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Nah, that's another topic for another day. That is another topic for another day. I ain't even gonna touch on that. Oh yeah, seen a TikTok of Travis Hunter's fiance, and she got a whole black mama, and her daddy is Filipino. What are you looking at? You looking at? She is like us. She is like us. Hold on, let me play the audio to this so y'all can hear this. I found it interesting.
Only picture I have of them together because they divorced when I was like one. So yeah, this is my mom. I think we favor each other when her hair is straight. Like it's relaxed and straight. I think we favor a little bit. And then this is my biological father. Sundays I look at him and he looks real Filipino, and then Sundays I look and he's like real Hispanic to me. But obviously, this is the parent I favored. Like skin complexion, hair type, hair color, eye shape. I got a real chink eye. Um, And this is my mom when she was really young. See, this is her normal kinky curly hair. This is my grandma.
I know y'all can't see this, but yeah, her grandma blacker than a motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? So to all you black women out there who may feel some type of way about this light skinned gal getting with Travis Hunter, eat your heart out. Her mama black and her grandmama black, and I mean black, blickety black, straight up.
Her, my mom's mom. And
So I guess you could say her mother was a divester. Can you say that? She definitely was a swirler. Her mother was a swirler. Yeah, and I guess the swirl came back around. So shout out to them. Oh yeah, now I know what I want to talk about. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I wish I could show this to y'all, man. When I get some better equipment where I can interface a little better. Hold on, let me. I don't know you, gal. Maybe suggesting people I should be friends with on Facebook. I don't know this gal, man. Why should I be friends with her? Explain to me. Do we have any mutual friends? You know what? Let me focus. About to get me all off track. Bro, me just saying it, it's not really gonna do it. Oh, let me read the caption. Mm, mm. Let me read the caption on because I posted this particular TikTok on my Facebook, and I quote, "Can I say it? I'm gonna say it anyway. She is like us." And I don't blame Travis because all the illegitimate kids and secret babies around here, he'd mess around and marry his cousin. Mm, mm. That boy said something, didn't he? Who is that? Who said that? Oh, that's me. I wrote that. Anyway, yeah, man, and that right there kind of ties into shout out to the brother. Who is that? Was that Digga Dan? I believe Digga Dan said this. Now Digga Dan, his people's is from Arkansas, like my people from Arkansas. Hold on real quick. And when he said the name of it, I said, wait a minute, that name sounds familiar. So I go to my MapQuest. Man, this dude, folks, is like 30 miles away from where my peoples are. I bullshit you not. And if you come to this particular town where I'm at, I call it Little Chicago. Cause I got family that's from here that moved to Chicago, and then some of them move down here and they vacillate in between here and Chicago. And then there's other families that have moved to Chicago and they come. Man, listen, I didn't since I've been living here. I done worked with two people who moved from Chicago down here within the past 2 years. They've either they've moved down here within the past year or so. So this is like it's little Chicago. It really is. It's you know without the tall buildings. But Digga Dan has said something about, and he said this on the Jason Black's The Business broadcast. He said something about his grandmother, I believe, or something like that. Long story short, short story long. A woman. Oh, he said about his uncle. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, his uncle had married this married this gal, had a baby with this gal, and then for whatever reason, they ended up not being together anymore, or he passed away, or whatever the case was, and his uncle's brother, his other uncle, started messing with his brother's ex and had a baby with his brother's ex. So now you have a woman who has two children by a brother. It is a lot of, and it's a dirty little secret that we don't want to talk about in the black community. There is a lot of, how you say, genetic malfeasance going on. You got a lot of people keeping secrets, and then unbeknownst to the parties involved, you know, you look up 10, 15 years later, you might have siblings getting together, or cousins hooking up, getting together, and having babies, and they don't even know that they're related. Then their grandma will say, "Who your peoples is?" "Oh Lord, come here, man, let me talk to you. That gal right there, yeah, that's your cousin." "What? What I've been with her for like 2 years. I've been in a relationship with her for like 2 years." You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? I'm saying, so I don't even blame Travis for going outside of the gene pool, to be honest with you, because the way things have been since the sexual revolution, depending on the population of your city or town that you're in, bruh, and you're a black American, I'm just speaking towards black men. I know white people do it too, obviously. But yeah, gotta be careful. Gotta do some genealogy, man. But hold on now. This is what I want to speak on right here. Oh shit. Before we get to that, let me get to this. I don't know who this chick is. This Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. This is what she had to say. I'm not quoting her. This is just what the headlines say. Oh, there's a quote. They got a quote. Okay. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant encourages Travis Hunter to stay with his fiancee and marry her. Okay, it's no problem. Oh, the caption to the post. This is the caption to the post. It says Dr. Cheyenne Bryant wants to see Travis Hunter and his fiancee win. You know what? I might have misspoke. I might have misspoke. I might have to take this down. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna put this on private. I apologize. I apologize. Privacy. Yeah, let me take that down because I went hard on her. I went hard for real. I went hard in the fucking paint. I did. This is what I want to talk about. And I wish I could, man, look, when I get a better way where I can interface with this shit, man, I'm gonna put the visuals up and everything. We're gonna get this bitch rocking, man. 2025 is hey, it ain't gonna be 2025. It's gonna be 2039. You hear me? But this guy, right? Apparently he was at a party and he took a picture, hugged up with Travis Hunter's fiance, girlfriend at the time. You know what? I'm gonna call her by her name, Leanna. I believe that's her name, Leanna. So he's hugged up with Leanna, right? This guy, he gets a bright idea to make a T-shirt with that, and he's gripping the cheek. That is just disrespectful. So he takes a picture with Leanna, Travis Hunter's girlfriend, grips the cheek, right? Then he takes that picture and puts it and prints it on a T-shirt. And on the back of that T-shirt, he prints the Heisman Trophy. Hmm. So, and he's selling them. Looking like this is on Tea Tree. Heisman t-shirts. Okay. And the caption to this post reads, this dude posted a picture of him and Travis Hunter's fiance on his IG story from the night she twerking on him at the party. He's also selling t-shirts featuring their picture together and Heisman shirts. Oh, do I have that right? So these are two separate shirts. Or are they the same shirt and him and her pictures on the front, the Heisman pictures on the back? I don't know. Either way, this is clout chasing. And this is what I had to say about this post. I don't care what anybody say, Buddy lame as hell. So the highlight of your life is dancing with Travis Hunter's gal. Trav didn't go inside the party because he didn't want to blend with you suckers, and I don't blame him. Travis Hunter is a multi-million-dollar brand, and your cheap ass, whoever you are, is only worth that fake designer you got on. If I was Travis, I'd have the NCAA sue your ass for using the Heisman Trophy on your cheap ass t-shirts. I tell you, I go hard in the paint, bro. I really do. It was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah. So apparently, one of the stories that came out about Travis Hunter is that he was waiting outside in the car while she was inside at a party, partying, right? And people got on him like, man, you was outside in the car while your girl was inside in the party. Bruh, if this was the party in question, I would if I and I was Travis Hunter, I wouldn't have went in either, bruh. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have graced none of these suckers with my presence. No sir, no ma'am. No. Cause it's one thing that I know about black folks, man. And this is true. I'm not talking about I don't want to hear white folks do it too. I'm talking about you niggas. I'm talking about you niggas, man. You niggas love to destroy the talented amongst you. Let me say that again. You niggas love to destroy the talented amongst you. Let me get on my Dr. Umar and say that one more time. This is the third time, man. You niggas love to destroy the talented amongst you. And then Marvel, when said talent, says, you know what? I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. You niggas didn't appreciate me when I was here. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck on. You feel me? That is a thought processes that, destroying, attacking, and destroying and persecuting your talented. That is a thought process, pardon me, in a black community that needs to die, for lack of a better term. It really does. Because if you persecute and attack and try to bring down and destroy the talented amongst you, the talented is just gonna flee, bro. It's gonna be a brain drain. It's gonna be black flight, man. You know what I think black flight was? I think black flight was the talented Negroes of the black community getting the hell away from the how you say the lowbrow of the black community. That's just a theory. I can't put any scientific antiquated evidence behind it. That's just what I suspect. I have a sneaky suspicion. You know what I'm saying? Because I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. Nigga, if you got the glow, black folks gonna put a hurtin'. Ooh, was that bars? That was bars. One thing for sure, two things for certain. If you got the glow, black folks gonna give you the hurtin'. That's bars. That is bars. Niggas gonna give you a hurting, bruh. Cause niggas always, man, why he, why he got all that talent? Why, nigga, you ain't better than nobody. You think you better than somebody, bruh. Let me tell you, brothers, this. If you ever come in contact with a nigga who tell you that, you think you better than somebody, get away from that nigga post haste. Drop whatever you got in your hand and run. Hopefully you got a ham sandwich in your hand and you can distract him by dropping it. Hopefully he'll pick the ham sandwich up before he gives chase. But whatever you got in your hand, drop it. Hell, nigga, I keep smoke bombs on me. As soon as I see a nigga like that, smoke bomb, poof, and I'm ninja vanish. I'm out of there. As soon as the smoke clear, nigga, I'm be gone. I'm be outie 5,000. You hear me? That's a red flag. Like as soon as I hear a black person say that to me, if they say that to anybody, even if I overhear them say that to another black person, nigga, my antennas are up. Up. Oh, you think you better than somebody? No, nigga, you think I'm better than you. That's what it is. Because truth be told, everybody is better than somebody at something. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I ain't no dummy. You know what I'm saying? I got a little petty little college degree, but I'm not, I don't have my doctorate. You get what I'm saying? So I did take physics. I barely passed physics. Physics is, listen, if you're a physics major, I tip my hat to you, straight up, because that is an extremely difficult subject matter. So yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I salute you, sir, straight up. So for you to have a grasp of physics the way that you do, it's rather impressive. But anyway, you know, even though I did pass physics barely, I'm not an astrophysicist. You get what I'm saying? There is a greater mind of physics out there than me. There's a greater mathematician out there than me. There's a greater English major than me, etc., etc. There's a better athlete than me. Everybody is better than somebody at something. You get what I'm saying? And whenever you hear or see someone act in that manner, oh, you think you better than somebody. He ain't better than me. That nigga ain't no better than me. And as soon as I hear it or see it, I'm breaking wide. I'm exiting stage left, and I'm gonna quarantine myself from you. I'm going to social distance from you, because you, sir, or you, ma'am, are dangerous. You have just blatantly told me in plain words, hey, you make me feel insecure. I don't like the way you're making me feel. So I'm going to take steps to make sure that you don't make me feel that way anymore. That's why you come across these folks who want to call themselves humbling you. Listen, dude, if somebody is a pompous, arrogant jerk, just leave them alone, bruh. And you don't like the way that they act, or even if they might not even be a pompous, arrogant jerk. If you think or feel that they are a pompous, arrogant jerk, just leave them alone, bruh. You don't have to go out of your way to call yourself humbling somebody or trying to destroy somebody. You get what I'm saying? Or bringing them, knocking them down a peg. You're not here for that. God didn't put you on this earth to humble another person. You do not have jurisdiction to do that, sir. You don't. You are not allowed to do that. What you are allowed to do is to keep a safe distance. If this person is a pompous, arrogant asshole, I'm gonna make sure keep some distance in between me and him. Let me tell you this, right? I had this sergeant when I was in the army. I'm not gonna say his name. He was a pompous, you know what, arrogant. And the thing about pompous, arrogant people is that they're all talk and they're all bluster, and there's really little to no substance behind what they say, as far as their boasting. They just want you to believe it. They don't even believe it. They just want you to believe it. They're trying to cast a spell on your mind to make you believe that they're greater than what they actually are, as opposed to making themselves greater, and then you seeing the fruits of their labor and you seeing who they actually are. They want to cast a word spell on you and make you believe that they are actually greater than what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's akin to those guys who always talking about who they can beat up, who they gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, alright, super gangster, we get it. You CJ off of San Andreas. You ain't came across a nigga you couldn't whoop. You ain't came across a nigga that you couldn't best in a fucking gun battle. We get it. You don't have to keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, That's like uh that's like Nas. Nas said he had this line, I believe it was on the album Illmatic. He said, you don't have to keep saying you a thug. She heard you. In fact, she's attracted to the man that herbs you. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, young. This for the young niggas out there, man. Quit going around saying how much of a real nigga you are, how thug you are, or how much of a savage you are. Quit saying that shit, man. If you really that, just be that. You know what I'm saying? You know, have you heard? Didn't your mama teach you, boy, the still waters run deep? You get what I'm saying? Still waters run deep, man. You feel me? Yo, excuse me. I know it's 6 in the morning, but look, get a little stretch in, man. Yeah, man, still waters run deep, man. You ain't gotta tell everybody that you this and you that, man. Still waters run deep. And let me tell you this too. It's to my young niggas out there. Pay attention, man, to them guys in your circle whose world revolves around their penis. These are the guys, and this kind of ties in. These are the guys always bragging about how many women they have bedded down, or they got this gal on the text. They about to crack this gal. They about to crack this gal's legs over here. You feel me? Man, stay away from them dudes, man. And they always bragging about it. Yeah. Or they always talking about how big their phallus is and how many gals they can get. You know, stay away from them dudes, man. That is that man's whole entire identity. His whole entire existence is wrapped up in his ability to bed women. And guess what? If you make him feel insecure in any type of way, let's say you may not get as many gals as he get, but you still get girls, right? You still get attention from the ladies, but you don't bed down as many women as he beds down. Maybe because you don't put forth the effort to chase you don't chase skirts like that. You're not a skirt chaser. You feel me? You cool. You might have your own little girl, your own little fine shit, or you might have a little exclusive little roster, two or three. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have two girlfriends or one girlfriend or a wife or whatever the case is, man. Man, get that joker up out your circle, man. I'm gonna tell you. Because if you let's say you're better than him at basketball. Or let's say you may be taller than him, or you may be more athletically inclined than he is, or you may be smarter than him, or you may have more money than him, or you may drive a better car than him. If he feels as if uh, he get more gals than you, or that's where he can one up you, is far as garnering sexual attention or sexual companionship from women, get away from him. Get away from that dude. Because what's going to happen is when you get a girlfriend, he's going to try to bed your girlfriend down to get at you in a surreptitious type of way. He's going to do that to try to get at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not telling you what I think, man. I'm telling you what I know, man. I've lived this. I've lived this, bro. I've lived this. I got a couple of buddies in the friend group, in the circle. Well, one of them, his actions he kind of got ran off the set. We kind of put that nigga off the set. Well, he actually ran off because he did some foul shit, and he really can't show his face like that for real. He want to come back around, but and we'll let him come back around. It's just now, nigga, we see you for who you are. We're gonna treat you accordingly. We're gonna feed you with a long handled spoon, as my mama always say. Mama say, Ben, you gotta feed them jokers with a long handled spoon. You know what I'm saying? Once you feed them and they bite the hand that feed you, you gotta get you a 2, 3 foot long ladle to feed them. Hold on, don't get too close. Let me get you a scoop with this 3 foot ladle. Wait, put your bowl out. Okay, there you go. All right, keep you at a safe distance. Then I still got the ladle. If you want to come too close, I jab your punk ass with this motherfucking 3 foot long ladle. You know, on the real though, you gotta watch it, man. Let me check the chat real quick. I'm up here running my mouth. Man, whoa. Mm. Wow, that's just crazy work. Crazy work. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Ooh, hold up. Man, what the? Yeah, alright, whatever. Let me check this chat. Check the chat. Man, get my likes up, man. There's 2 people in the chat watching, man. Hit the like button, man. Likes are free. You feel me? Don't get something for nothing, man. I'm dropping all this top tier elite game. This game thicker than shit thicker than a jar of peanut butter. You know what I'm talking about? Extra chunky. It's that extra chunky peanut butter. Again, that I'm dropping on y'all, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, though, man. That shit crazy. But yeah, man, stay away from them dudes, man. Them dudes is guided by they man. And the Gone 11 had he had a term. Shout out to Nagon 11, man. One of the elders in the manosphere. He had a word, a term for him. I forgot what he called him. Well, it was like an Italian term, but essentially, yeah, them type of dudes, man. That's them type of dudes, man. Them is them easy to block captain kind of dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy to block captain kind of guys, man. Who, you know, that's how they get their name up. They get their name up by, doing little nefarious shit like that. Or they get at somebody by doing that. You know what I'm saying? In a roundabout way. And I believe it was Jason Black who said it, that unbeknownst to Easy the block captain, he didn't know that he was a pawn in Remy Ma's game, you know? She used him as a pawn. She wanted to go for broke and make Papoose jealous and, kind of make him go over the edge with it. So she slept with some no-name dude, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't get the results that she desired. Papoose didn't respond in a jealous manner, you know? And to be honest with you, man, I hope Papoose just go ahead and make it final. Go on, rip the band-aid off, bruh, and serve her walking papers. In all honesty, you cannot go back, Pap. Listen to me, Pap. If this message in the bottle ever reaches you, do not go back to Remy Ma. You will be doing us a disservice. All eyes are on you right now. Really, all eyes are on you and Travis Hunter right now. Well, I'm talking to you right now. Do not go back to her. Because you know what's going to happen? If you go back to her, that is going to validate in the heads of these delusional ass broads that they can, oh, well, Remy Ma did it. She cheated on her man and got him back. Black love, nigga. If that is black love, I don't want nan parts of it. If that is what black love is, you get me? Real shit. Cause I'm not dealing with another man bedding down my woman. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I stand on that. And I said this in a previous live stream. That is the reason why my baby mother and I aren't together. She wanted to pull a Remy Ma. She didn't think see, that's the thing about, especially when you're dealing with these hood chicks. My baby mama's a hood chick, bro. She from the hood. If you're dealing with a female who grew up in a tumultuous environment and she may or may not have had a, tumultuous home environment, they don't know how to operate outside of chaos. They don't. You put them in a calm, serene environment, they're gonna find a way to inject the bullshit into the situation. You can put her up in a 6-bedroom mini mansion, 3-car garage, 3.5 bathrooms, 2-3 level house. You're sitting on a big plot of land. She want the G-Wagon, she got the G-Wagon. She want the S-Class, she got the S-Class. You get what I'm saying? She want to be a stay-at-home wife, she's a stay-at-home wife. All she got to do is just watch cooking recipes on TikTok all day. And then she hit you up when you're on your way home. Baby, can you stop at Walmart and grab me some da-da-da-da-da? It's a recipe I want to try for tomorrow, for dinner for tomorrow. Oh, what we having for dinner tonight? Oh, we having rada rada rada. Okay, that's too easy. I'll stop in, you know, get the wham whams and the zoom zooms and get that to you. Yeah. Instead of, being on some cool shit, man, like that, they gon' they gon' they gon' flip the table, man. They gonna flip the table. I've lived this. I've lived this. So they're gonna be like, man, I grew up watching my mama get into it and get into these knockdown, drag out fights with her boyfriends. So what's going on here? This shit is anathema to me. This nigga don't want to argue. He don't want to fight. He don't want to. He don't want to fucking slap me up. Every time we get into, a situation, he want to sit down and talk about it rationally. What? I don't know anything about having a rational conversation. I want to yell, scream, and throw shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they think, bruh. That is what they think, man. I'm telling you, there is no lengths they will not go to try to get your goat and try to get that rise up out of you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know the saying, bro. I never believed it. Well, I'm not gonna say I never believed it, but I wanted to not believe it. But there are some gals out there who want you to whoop their ass, man. They do. They do. They want you to beat them up. They don't feel like you love them. If you're not willing to risk a domestic violence charge or catch a domestic violence charge on the fact that you whooped her ass over some bullshit because she came in and poured water on your PlayStation because you left the toilet seat up type shit. Now you just bought this PlayStation 5. You spent about $700-800 on it. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to play Call of Duty with the guys. So in between the matches, you go to the restroom real quick, take a piss, and you forget to put the toilet seat down. And now she's like, oh, here's my chance. Here's my chance to start some shit. Now I'm going to come in there and get the yelling and embarrassing him while he on the mic with his homeboys and shit. And say, nigga, you didn't put the toilet seat down. And pour water down. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man, listen. A lot of these females, bruh, they got a sick and twisted uh, waiting to exhale fantasy that they want to live out. You know, when Angela Bassett and them cut old boy clothes up and then set his Mercedes Benz on fire, they want to do that, bruh. They want to do that shit, man. They want to live that shit out. I I have a sneaky suspicion that Left Eye Lisa Lopez, when she burned, allegedly, when she burned Andre Rison's house down, I think she was influenced by that scene in Waiting to Exhale. Now I don't know if what came first, Lisa Left Eye burning old boy house down, or the movie coming out, and then they got that idea from Lisa Lopez. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. It may be life imitating art or art imitating life. I don't know. Bottom line is, a lot of these gals got a waiting to exhale fantasy in their head. They want to be your baby mama or your girlfriend. They throwing your clothes off the fucking balcony, hollering, hooting and hollering, early in the morning or late at night where all the neighbors come outside and watch, and then everybody watching you pick your fucking drawers up off the ground and be like, man, quit throwing my clothes out here. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know, man. I've lived this. I've lived it and or I've seen it with my own two eyes, man. I tell you no lies. Real shit. So you gotta be careful with that, man. And Remy Ma, unfortunately for her, she got too comfortable. And when she got too comfortable, it kind of scared her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute. Things are going good. A little too good. This nigga is a little too good to be true. Let me go ahead and fuck some shit up. I know that's what she was thinking. Unbeknownst to her, the shit backfired. And, there you have it. Now she's sitting up here with her lips poked out, looking by ugly. She on stage performing and she up here shouting out, easy the block captain, heavy on the easy. It's like, bruh, you got this old weak jawed, weak chin, snaggle tooth, fraggle rock face ass nigga, head looking like a dirty tennis ball with a dirty, dingy ass Eagles fitted on. Like, nigga, you traded Pat Poose in, a Brooklyn legend. I'm not gonna say he's necessarily a legend, but he is one of them ones out of Brooklyn, bruh. He really is. I'm telling you, I'm a hip hop head, bruh. I really am. I've been knowing Papoose been like that for years. I remember years ago, 2013, 2014, 2015. I was telling when I was working at FedEx, I was telling the young boys up there, they talking about Mozzie and all that, all these new dudes and all that. Like, man, you need to listen to Mozzie. You need to like listen to Mozzie. I'm like, I'll give it a try, but you need to listen to Papoose, the mixtape Most Hated Alive. Start there. Start there, and then work your way, work your way around. You know what I'm saying? But I'll listen to Mozzie. I ain't got no choice. I guess Mozzie's pop at the time. Mozzie's real popular in Kansas City, so I'ma hear him regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma listen to him regardless. Me being from Kansas City, we got a heavy Bay Area influence in our music scene and in our cultural scene, to be honest with you. You know, but that's not neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm like, bro, y'all better get up on Pat Poose. You know what I mean? Just the mind that this brother has to sit up here and go through the entire alphabet and rhyme a word, a word, a B word, a C word, a D word, and go through the entire alphabet and do that shit is just, it's next level, bruh. It is wonderkin level. It is genius level. It really is. Just being honest. So you traded Pap in for this dude, and for what? Just because you want to get a rise out of Pap, so he'll prove to you in a fit of jealous rage that he loves you. You know, and it really maturing is realizing, brothers, is that when another man cross game with you like that, it's not about that gal. It's not. The women want to believe that it's about, oh, he punched out Easy the Block Captain because he loves me so much. No, it ain't about him loving you or feeling some type of way about you, shorty. It's about that man uh, violating and affronting his masculinity by even attempting that. You know what I'm saying? You attempt some stuff, man. Listen, you know what? I ain't even gonna get into all that. But man, let me tell you this though. Story time, man. And this is true to life, man. True to life. This is when I bought my first house, right? I ain't gonna say it was down north. You know what I'm saying? In the Oakhurst neighborhood. Really, what's the name? Indian Mound, Team South, somewhere around in there. Do your homework on down north in Kansas City. That's what we call it. We call it down north. In Chicago, they call they down north area the low end. In Kansas City, we call it down north. You know what I'm saying? So from 18th Street to 39th, really is like down north. You feel me? It's not the north side. It's beneath the north side. You know what I'm saying? It's lower than the north. It's down from the north side. So it's down north. Anyway, get this shorty, man. I was working at UPS at the time, right? This little thick little shit, right? She was from the hood too, little hood rat chick. And I mean, she was built, nigga. I'm talking about built like she had a BBL before BBLs was even a thing, bro. Shit, cold body. I mean, body yachty. You know what I'm talking about? Put my G Mizzy down, man. Long story short, short story long. Got her to the krill all right. We lamping up in the crib. Now this around the time the Dave Chappelle show season 2 came out, right? And I had the DVD. I had the Dave Chappelle season 2 DVD, right? I just tripped on the sack earlier that day. I bought for you, you know, for the for those who don't know that, I bought a sack of weed, marijuana, if you will. She came over. I broke down a blunt, rolled it up, and I had a little shake left. Shake essentially is the little broke down weed. It's not in the chunk. It's not in the nug or the chunk. It's the broke down weed. It's already broke down. So I had a little shake left, and I put a little shake. I left a little shake on the Dave Chappelle DVD cover, right? We watching. Basically, we was Netflixing and chilling and shit before Netflix came out. So we lamping up in the crib, you know, smoking, watching Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Once the smoke got in the air, you feel me? We got to it. You know what I'm saying? We did our do, whatever the case was. We went out the bam. I get finished. I go to the restroom to wash up. I come back in, right? Come back in my room. And it's another thing, man. Don't leave these gals in your motherfucking room unattended when you got shit laying around, whether that's drugs, guns, money, whatever. Don't leave that shit around. You know what I'm saying? You need to sanitize your living space. If you gonna bring them in your living space, you need to sanitize that shit. What I mean by that, you need to have your money put up, your jewelry put up, your drugs put up, your guns put up. So at the very least, if they find it, they had to rummage through some shit to find it. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, I come back in from the bathroom. She not on the bed no more. She's standing in and I'm in the master bedroom, and it's a big ass room too. I'm in the master bedroom. She's standing in the middle of the room. I'm like, I approach her, kind of give her a hug, a little post-sex affection to kind of let her know that, I ain't just gonna discard her like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of, trying to give her a little bit of the boyfriend experience without being her boyfriend, if that make any sense. This chick, out the blue, bruh. This shit happened out the blue. Smack me, bruh. And I mean, this wasn't no play slap. Now she didn't like retch back with it like The Rock circa 2001. Spit on her hand and wind up and smack me across the face all super stupid hard. She didn't do that. But it wasn't no play slap either. It was a little bit harder than a play slap. I mean, it turned my head type shit. So, and this was just unprovoked out of nowhere. She slapped me, boom, my head turned, and I grabbed my cheek, and I'm still got my head turned. I'm like, I know this bitch didn't just smack the shit out of me. This what she did. This is some wicked shit. This is some real wicked shit, man. So she like, oh my bad, I'm sorry, and she go to like wrap her. Now she was kind of tall. Now I'm 6 feet, right? She probably about good 5'7", 5'8". Like she not no 5'3" type of chick. So she kind of big and she was thick. So she had to be about 5'8", 140, maybe even 150. Like she was built like a brick house. This is a brick house chick, right? So she put her arm around the back of my neck to try to give me a hug, and I take my left hand and I, push her arm over and off my shit. And I'm like, I'm still trying to process what the fuck just happened, because this shit just came out the blue. So she tried to give me another hug again. I push her motherfucking arm. I'm like, get off me. Get off. Don't touch me right now. Like, my whole aura is fucked up right now. So she do it a third time. And this time, she give me in a headlock. She wrap her arm around the back of my neck and she lock. Drop her weight. Boom. And I mean, pull me to the ground. Boom. Now I'm on top of her full mount. If you know anything about MMA, I'm in a full mount position on top of this broad. Oh yeah, and by the way, she had an open face gold tooth in the front. No bullshit, fellas. You come across a you come across a hood chick with an open face gold tooth. I'm talking about just one open face gold tooth. You better be you better be on the lookout for real. So I'm in the open face gold tooth like how Holly Berry had her shit on Baps back in the day. Yeah, that's an open face gold. She had an open face gold tooth, bruh. No bullshit. So I'm in the full mount on top of this gal, right? She looked me dead in my eyes and go, hit me, hit me, hit me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I just stopped and I just kindly and smoothly just get up off her and I say, and this I said exactly like this. I said, get out, get out. She got up and left. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, this chick done tried to get me wrapped up in some bullshit, right? Now my mind is racing. So I'm like, alright, let me go ahead and shake the spizzle because if she go around the corner, punch herself in the face, because I seen this on a movie, she go around the corner, punch herself in the face, and call the boys and be like, man, this what's the name just beat on me. Now here come KCPD, and I already know what type of time they on, especially on the domestic charge. Nigga, they gonna beat the shit out of me. For real. I've seen that happen too. You know what I'm saying? You get a domestic, nigga. You catch a domestic, they sending the goon. You catch a domestic in Kansas City, they sending the goon squad, and the goon squad they figure that's a free ass whooping. They get the dish out. Oh, you like to hit women? Well, we gonna hit you a lot of times. For real, they gonna split your shit. I seen it. So anyway, so I'm like, all right, man, I need to shake the spot. So I called my homie. My homie stayed out south on like 100. I'm on like I'm on like 17th Street, 18th Street, 19th Street, 20th. I'm in that area. My homie stayed like 100, 103rd. Nah, he stayed probably about 111. Matter of fact. So I called my homie, right? And I'm like, hey man, what y'all up to? Now it's probably about 11, 10, 11 o'clock. The night's still young. He's like, man, such and such, we all over here, man. We just playing Madden or playing Spades. I forgot what they was doing. So, we used to just kick back and chill on the weekends sometimes, just sit at somebody's house, smoke, drink, play Spades and talk shit. So I'm like, all right, check it. I'm about to slide through. So once I, let them know I'm on my way, I'm like, man, let me go ahead and grab my sack real quick, right? So I grab my sack and I go to get the shake off the Dave Chappelle DVD cover, right? And I was gonna dump that in the bag too. Man, tell me why this bitch put a piece of cavi on my shake. She put a piece of cat. Now, for those who don't know the lingo, cavi, you know what? Cavi is crack cocaine. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. It was a small yellow rock. A small yellow rock. This bitch tried to give me, she tried to put some hocus pocus on my weed, man. She tried to put some shit on me, man. Real shit. So I'm like, I know that ain't what I think it is. I pick it up out my shake. I put it in my other hand. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this bitch tried to give me the oops. So I pick up the DVD case, go into the bathroom, dump the rock in the motherfucking toilet. I'm like, that shit is a dub. I'm not fucking with that shake. That's you know what I'm saying? I scoop the shake into the motherfucking the toilet, flush it, gear up, put my gear on, then grab my motherfucking pistol. You know what I'm saying? As I exit the house, look at the porch, come down off the porch, look both ways. I'm like, all right, I'm in the clear. She done shook the spot. All right, hop in my V, nigga, and push to the south, push out south. Moral of the story, man, you gotta watch who you let next to you, man. Especially when you're dealing with these gals, man. Because these gals will get you fucked off. Seriously. And some of them will set you up to get backdoor for money. And some of them, a lot of them just setting you up to get backdoor or setting you up to put you into some bullshit for fun. They do this shit for fun, man. They do it for fun. You understand? They will bring a cataclysmic level of destruction in your life just for fun. Just for fun. Just because they're bored and they want to spice their life up. Shit crazy. Shit crazy, man. Really is. Hold up. Let me check the chat real quick. Alright. Man, I've been on long enough. That's 2 hours. I've been running my mouth long enough. But yeah, man. Get up on that game, man.